Now, the professional approach to cleaning a bedroom is to start by stripping the sheets. I'm not washing my duvet cover here, but I will wash the sheets and the shams. The reason you do this is so that laundry, or the sheets in this case, can be passively washed while you're doing your cleaning. And ideally, by the time you're done, you can either make your bed back up. Of course, you have to take a break and go to the dryer, or you can change your load over to the dryer when you're done cleaning your room, and at some point later, put your sheets on your bed.
Over at Makers Clean, our annual summer sale is about to kick off. And if you want to get early access, head over to makersclean.com today and subscribe to our Makers Insider newsletter, which will give you access to special discounts, product drops, and for the next week, we'll also include a link to a free download of our comprehensive weekly cleaning checklist and guide. That's makersclean.com, and I've got a link for you down below.
Now, wave 2 is the actual cleaning portion of this work. So what I've done is I've grabbed my cleaning tools and I'm getting ready to actually do the cleaning, which would include dusting, polishing, disinfecting, and wiping. In this case, I've decided to do a little bit of extra work here because I haven't done this in a while, and I'm starting with high dusting. So I've got a mop pole, I have fixed a microfiber cloth to it, and I'm working my way around the room, getting all of those higher up surfaces that don't necessarily get cleaned all too often. Now that that's done, I've grabbed an all-purpose microfiber cloth, a bottle of all-purpose cleaner, and a flat weave microfiber cloth. This is how I clean a surface. I remove everything from the surface, give it a wipe down. You can see I'm being pretty thorough here, pretty much removing everything and even getting behind to get the baseboards. At this point, I've completed the second wave and I'm ready to get started on the third wave, which is cleaning the floors. So here I have my stick vac, and I'm simply vacuuming the rug. I decided to start with the rug first, and I'm gonna switch heads so that I do the hardwood afterward. But I always like getting the rug first. That way I don't have to worry about doing it once I've done the hardwood floor. Kitchen counters really set the stage for the rest of your kitchen. If they're cluttered and dirty, everything else looks that way, even if you've just spent an hour scrubbing and making the kitchen clean. So if you want your kitchen to look and feel clean, make sure that your counters certainly look and feel clean too. There is a multifaceted approach we need to take to this though. The first part is making sure that there's no visual clutter on your counter. You can see behind me, even when we're filming a video, we make sure there's not a bunch of clutter hanging out on the counter. We make it nice, neat, and tidy so that you don't have a lot of things that you have to look at. You just see this nice, clean kitchen. Now, the other thing to keep in mind with counters specifically are the stains and the crumbs. So you can do your eye level test, which I've talked about before. We get right down to eye level. You look straight on at the counter. You can see any crumbs and any stains. And then of course, you can just treat your counter with an appropriate cleaner. For my kitchen, I have granite counters now, so I'll be using our Natural Stone all-purpose cleaner, simple solution. I can put the recipe link for you down below. And of course, you want to make sure that you're wiping any marks and stains off on a regular basis so that your counters look nice and clean. There's wanting a clean kitchen, and then there's working to have a clean kitchen. Now, I don't like doing too much work to clean. You guys know that about me. But the way that I can achieve a clean kitchen on a fairly regular basis is to have some sort of a routine, a manageable routine, one that works for me and my expectations of what I want in a clean kitchen. But essentially, what I like to do in the morning, my kitchen cleaning routine, if you will, I boil some hot water for tea. I make sure the dishwasher is unloaded because I find the dishes are like the biggest issue when it comes to keeping a clean and organized kitchen. So I make sure that's done. I make sure the sink is clean. I go on my way for the day. And that way, when I come in, I can put used water bottles. No, I have a baby now. Formula bottles, any food containers that I've used, anything else that's been floating around the house for the day. And then of course, after dinner, all dishes can go into the dishwasher. Make sure that the counters are wiped down and do a really quick touch up of the floor. It isn't perfect, but honestly, it keeps this place clean enough so that if someone were to come over, I'm not gonna die of embarrassment. So come up with a kitchen cleaning routine that works for you. It's really good to have one for the morning and one for the evening, and it does not have to be longer than just a few quick minutes. Here's what you'll need: a laundry basket for misplaced items, a garbage bag and a recycling bag, microfiber cloths, flat weave and regular, some all-purpose cleaner, and a vacuum with a brush attachment. We'll be using our 3-wave system of cleaning, and wave number 1 is the decluttering wave. What I'm doing here is working my way around the room in a clockwise motion, picking anything up and putting it where it belongs, or putting it in the laundry basket, garbage, or recycling bag. And I'm just basically tidying the space up so that I can prepare it to be cleaned, which is coming up in wave number 2. And now that things look neat and tidy, we'll move on to wave number 2, which is the actual cleaning wave, where we'll dust, polish, disinfect, and wipe things down. Again, I'm working clockwise around the room, working from top to bottom. That way I'll cover every area and I won't skip anything. For the TV, I'm using a flat weave microfiber cloth and a little tiny bit of liquid. And now for the third and final wave, my least favorite wave, vacuuming. This week, I'm going to vacuum my pillows and other soft surfaces. When I was cleaning a few days back, I vacuumed my upholstery. I don't need to get crazy up in here. I'm just doing what I need to do. Now that I finished vacuuming the pillows, I'll take a second to fluff them up and put them on the sofa neatly. That way the room looks nice and welcoming. All right, now we'll tackle vacuuming the floor, and I'm gonna move any big pieces of furniture out of the way. By the way, watch how much Molly and Paisley love when I vacuum. To make the carpet look nice and neat, I break the room up into 3 sections and I work from left to right using what I call the W pattern, and we have a video on how to vacuum properly. The room looks fabulous, but there's a little bit more work to do. I've got to put those dirty dishes in the kitchen and deal with them, and then I have to put any of those other items back where they belong. Well, taking a look at this room, it was well worth the 20 or so minutes I spent actually cleaning it. And this room looks so warm and welcoming now. And you guys saw me do it. It wasn't anything overly complicated. It was just being systematic and being organized. And with all that, the room now looks amazing.
So when I'm walking in to do this 5-minute clean, I have everything I'm going to need with me, from a mop to fresh towels, as well as microfiber cloths. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I don't have to run out and grab anything. I want to make this as efficient as possible. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm clearing everything off of the counter, which is the first area that I'm going to spray and pre-treat. I love pre-treating, as you probably know, because it just allows the product to do its work. Now for this surface and for the bathroom in general, I'm just using a dish soap and water combo, just a general purpose cleaner that's simple and safe to use. Now next, I'm going to be pre-treating the toilet just with the exact same product, that all-purpose cleaner. Now I'm going to change out the bath towel, and I'm also taking out the other stuff, which I'll toss into a pile and launder later. The one thing I will do is clean the metal fixtures in the tub, just to remove any of those hard water spots, which typically a microfiber cloth and some all-purpose cleaner can do in my house. But if you have hard water, you might want to use some vinegar for that task. And now to clean the toilet bowl, I'm using the Scotch-Brite disposable toilet scrubber, which is a quick and easy toilet cleaning system. The way that it works is you open up the caddy, take out the handle, and pop the handle into one of these scrubber heads. You'll hear it snap into place. Now I've dipped it into water, and you'll see its unique shape really allows you to get into all of those crevices in a toilet, like under the rim, which is where I'm starting. So you can work your way around the toilet top to bottom, as I always recommend. And when you're done, you can simply slide the button forward to eject the used head into your garbage can. Make sure that you don't flush it. And then you can just replace the handle in the caddy for next time. And it's really important to do a good wipe down of the counter, the faucets, and the fixtures, because of course this is where a lot of the mess happens. Of course, as well as the floor, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now I'm gonna give this sink a wipe down too. Notice I'm not doing a heavy duty scrub here. Again, we're just trying to make things look good and stay refreshed. Now we'll finish things off by cleaning the floor. I'm using that same all-purpose cleaner. Notice a trend here. And just a quick cursory mop is all that is needed to make this bathroom look and feel refreshed. One tip I know I always talk about, but I want to say it again, is to always mop yourself out of the room instead of into a corner.